StageManager is an audio plugin hosting program available for Macs and PCs designed for live performances. I designed it for simplicity in every way possible because when I was performing live in front of an audience, the last thing I needed was complex software. The concept I use with the software is designed to duplicate the process musicians use when performing live with real hardware instruments and effects, which is the wooden stage floor represents the stage of the club you're performing at, and then each of these boxes we see is a software instrument or amplifier. In this case, I'm using Guitar Rig 4 from Native Instruments. It's a guitar amplifier. We'll take a quick look at it. I'll load up some amps. There we go. Amplitude 3, another guitar amplifier, and a Mini Moog and an ARP 2600 keyboards. This software is not specific to guitarists or keyboardists. It's a generic way to visualize your software plugins and allow you to wire them in any way you desire. You do the stage layout and wiring at home, and you test it out during band rehearsal. Then when it's time to perform, you load the configuration file only once when you're setting up for the night. There's no need to load a file or a project for each song you'll perform. Instead, you select a preset, which I have over here on the left, and instantly the plugins you wanted are enabled and they're wired in the way that you need to get the sound you want. The switching is almost instantaneous. Some plugins are a little slower than others, but it's the fastest switching possible. Color coding and simplicity are the name of the game here. Plugins that are enabled are red. Plugins that are plugins that are enabled are green. Plugins that are disabled are off and are not sucking up any CPU power. That allows you to have more plugins on the stage than your computer could possibly support at one time. The ones that are red are disabled and not using any CPU power. There's a little meter down here. Right now, the ARP 2600 is only using 4% of the CPU. Here, Amplitude 3 is sucking up about 12%. If I were to turn everything on at once, we're up to 20% usage. But the point is that you can have hundreds of plugins, if you wanted, loaded at once and enabling only those that you really need. The color coding and the visual nature of it was designed for those panic moments, usually at rehearsal, when you select a preset and something doesn't work in the way you expect. I would get frustrated and flustered trying to dig through other audio hosting programs' multi-tiered menus. So I just wrote something that visually displays what's connected to what, who's turned on. And so, for example, if I were to select this guitar amp and I play the guitar and I don't hear anything, I have to troubleshoot it. I would quickly just select this preset. I would see that the audio input is connected to the amplifier, which is then going to the audio output. I can test my audio output, get a quick noise, yep, it's working, or not, in which case I might have to go check my guitar cable, or perhaps when I did that test, it only came out of one channel of the PA. I'd have to check my wiring, but I know it's not the software. I can see the software is connected, it's working, I tested it. Let's go find the real source of the problem. I hope that when you're using StageManager, you'll use it something like this. We'll minimize this window because we don't need to see it. We'll just change presets, and the equipment that's engaged shows up. There's my guitar amp. There's another one. Nope, now I'm playing the keyboard. Now I'm playing the ARP. That's what I'll see on stage. I want to play. I don't want to mess around with the software. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy using the software.